What's up, guys? I said to go ahead and just hit the button here. I'm like waiting on an update for Call of Duty because we all love Call of Duty updates, don't we? Yeah. So we love some Call of Duty updates. It's got to slow down like really drastically. So I actually kind of want to. I may have to play a little bit of what is it? Play a little bit of a little bit of Halo here. Because we can just fire Halo up and it just works for, reasons. But, one of those things. Hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday. I had a good trip and came back on the middle of the weekend and did my thing. And yeah. So, it was like one middle of the weekend. Yeah. There we go. Da da da. Da. So it's like, I wait for that to actually load up. It's only fun to just play a few matches of Halo for funsies. Yeah, I had like, nothing Microsoft thing that had like, how many hours you can play? Like 92 hours roughly? So I'm like, alright, cool. 92 hours on some Halo, man. Or 87 hours. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Wow. So, so I made a video about the weirdness of the Game Awards, and it's actually trying to like monetize. Well, the monetization of the Game Awards is not a big deal. I think the big problem probably is them trying to copyright the word Game Award to trademark it, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, really. I mean, I think it's too broad or generic of a term to like monetize the word Game Awards. So I don't necessarily think that was like this. So this is BR Slayers. That makes a whole lot of sense personally, in my opinion. But I mean, I do understand the idea of monetizing the show, but there's other shows that like use the term Game Awards. So, so I think that's kind of like, why would you do that? Why would you do that, Jeff? You were the show, you're the one. But I guess probably a better example of that being weird would be him trying to make the Game Awards more mainstream. I think. And I don't personally agree with that, honestly. I mean, I think what made gaming popular was the fact it wasn't mainstream. Oh, that what made gaming popular was the fact it wasn't mainstream. The fact that you want to make it mainstream, and we're kind of like the dominant, and like I said, we are the dominant media form. I mean, gaming, we do games do more than movies, music, you know, combined. And then we're trying to like convince them they should be part of the Game Awards by conforming to them. Well, what sense does that make? We are the ones that knock, you know. you know, I didn't know bubble seals. Making trouble in that bubble. So I think that's kind of silly, honestly, that they're trying to like conform to like these industries that we're bigger than technically. Hey, we're with the message, guys. And I don't like, I mean that more a DA kind of thing or a anti-woke thing. I fear that's also an aspect too of it where, we have, I mean, I really have to bring that up probably because a lot of the different people who are in the Game Awards, I know the judging, probably half the judges, almost half the judges, have nothing to do with the gaming. Like you have NPR, you have the LA Times. I think you have Vice News on there, and I think you have another one. I think it's Pride, and like that's a news outlet also. But I mean, now you probably hear the Call of Duty music in here because we've got Halo running. You got Halo and Call of Duty. You have Halo and Call of Duty running at the same time on here. I hear it in my headset. So you might hear it on here too. I'm surprised it's not affecting performance at all. That both these games are running on the computer at the same time. I guess it wouldn't matter too much. He's running a menu system, so it's not like it's not running a match or something. We'll switch to Call of Duty after this map. Um, she's going really, really well. But so I guess you have that 40 minutes of Warzone, or if not Warzone, 40 minutes of Nuketown with 10 minutes of Halo at the beginning. So, but I was thinking a lot about that the other day. That is so wild to me that they're trying to do that. I mean, I know why they're trying to do it. I know they want to be mainstream. I know they want other parts of the industry, like look at gaming as a, oh, these are progressive media outlet, but you know, because everybody has their own like views on, you know, woke or anti-woke stuff per se. But and I would bring that just based on the different judges that are in the Game Awards, because some of them are very much more ideologically different than like what traditional old school, you know, gaming was or is in the modern day. So, because some of you guys might prefer like the guy like Jeff who works at like or Jeff or a like a not Lawrence but a you know like yeah we'll use Jeff for example like a like a Jeff that work at the video or like at the game rental store giving you a game recommendation. You know they know what's good. You know, and I think they do. I mean, I think the guys that are more representative of like what gamers, and I use that term more not as cringy as some, but just like in a general term, people play video games. But I always thought that was very yeah, very much the case. If these guys were like these were the guys. Of course, you know, I remember watching GameSpot back in the day, and all those guys were more like indicative of what like regular gamers were into, like regular people who play video games. So I was like the target audience. And even as that audience has expanded, I mean, you know, I do think that it's still it's still if the demographic is split between men and women, they still like a lot of the same things, you know. So overall, like, they still like playing Halo and Call of Duty. That's so popular. They still like action games with, you know, different types of main characters. All right, I used to quantify, you know, main characters that look like models, whether male or female. You know? So whatever your overall preference is, but I just thought that was like I don't know. I guess I'm kind of just rambling a little bit. My other video is a little more focused, just talking about the general drama about it. But I do really want to kind of try to piece together like what's the end game here? Is the end game to appeal to Hollywood? At the end, I'm gonna destroy this man. Holy cow! I'm not good with BRs really. I used well, okay, I was never really super great with BRs. It's how hard to get like 2 kills in a row. I'm really the drag on the team, but I'm gonna fucking not go up there and die. God, we have a lot of deaths. I'm gonna hide because I'm just like really not helping the team at all right now. Yeah, just get destroyed. Oh, come on, really? How you doing, Lon? Doing long and crappy? I'm doing pretty good. It was a very long weekend. We're out of town for half the weekend, and then I came back on Sunday, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm back on Sunday. Oh God, I got wrecked. That was a bad match. Holy cow! But yeah, it was a good weekend. It was quite a weekend. Other half of it, I was kind of get a little more rest, so I had to sleep off all the jet lag from all the plane rides. But it was going pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, we were playing a little. We were 14 deaths. That was rough. Okay. We were. I was just talking about the. I made a video about the whole Game Awards situation. Oops. How crazy all that is. Let's see if I can get that. Hold up. Maybe that's not full screening me right now. Let's see. Go into graphics. Maybe display settings actually. Auto. Why? I don't. Actually, no, that's not running right. Actually, go back here. Yeah, I'm going to oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm well my other video I was talking about the well when I posted the other day, that was like the drama about it. Like some of the no the choices right now, like I haven't made that definitely needs to be its own separate video. Definitely. But I think right now I really wish I really and I had some thoughts probably about that. There's other choices I thought were kind of like a little weird. I haven't like looked at the full list yet. Choices yet, but I'm probably going to pretty soon. About look at the actual choice list. But yeah, we went to I went to Canada, Toronto for a funeral, and I was up there for like only a day or a day and a half. So we flew out and went through the whole process of that, then flew back like pretty quickly. I was like up there for like all day Saturday. And Toronto area for probably about maybe less than 30 hours and flew up like Saturday and Friday night. Then we flew back like Sunday. So we were up there like we were like boom boom boom. And so then we did that. So that was a little bit, the emotions of the funeral, that's something that I was kind of dealing with. But I feel okay, it's just go ahead and do that whole process. But traveling is crazy, man. Oh my god. So yeah, it was definitely kind of one of those like trips where you're like, oh man, But it's just a natural progression of life. You just have to kind of, I've gone to a couple, and I know as I get older, you kind of see you going more and more often. That's one thing I don't like about it. So I'm not speaking like I'm 1,000 years old. But beyond that, the Game Awards stuff I was chatting about earlier, and also the video I was talking about the couple things that P was trying to do with trademarking the word Game Awards. That was some of the drama stuff, some other things. The other part, 'cause I remember Black and White Mulan didn't get, I think it had controversy for being nominated. My biggest gripe with why that happened, or why Snowy Blade got on there, and some other things, is that a lot of the different news publications or groups that judge the Game Awards are like probably like maybe 40 to half of them are not gaming related publications. They're not. They're not gaming publications. You have Pride News on there. You have NPR. I think Vice News is on there. The LA Times, and these are the public people who vote for what's the game of the year and nominate the game of the year things. But the other problem I had was it was like it's a 90-10 split. So it's a 90-10 split. So that means that we have 90% of it's based on the voting of the other of those publications, and then like the 10% is us. So we're only 10% of the vote of the Game Awards. So that's like a big, huge problem. Yeah, I turned out a little bit lower than I needed to. Yeah, okay, that should be better now. But that was like the big problem that I had like with that. It was such a weird, it's a weird breakdown. I don't know why it's like 90-10. It should be more like 60-40 or something. But because I haven't looked at the full list of Game of the Year nominations yet. Like what's the Game of the Year nomination right now? What they've done. I haven't looked at the full list yet. Oh, I just got the guys. Yeah, we only count for like 10% from what I've been hearing. Which is crazy. You know, it's like and I also didn't like I also didn't like how what is it? Because like one of the biggest parts that a lot of people didn't like overall was how Jeff Keighley is trying to like appeal to the mainstream too much. That was something I kind of take a little bit of issue with because like I believe gaming was popular or became popular because it wasn't mainstream. So it just kind of did its own thing. So I don't necessarily like this. He's like, well, I want to be mainstream now and get Hollywood to like us. I'm like, we don't need Hollywood to like us. Like, they want to be a part of your show. If they're looking for us, I'm looking for you. You know, they're not even like. So that was just kind of one of those things. And I don't know. I didn't want to really get like in that video. I didn't get really into like some of the ideological differences between the news publications and like regular gamers and so I didn't necessarily, that's a whole different conversation when you're talking about, gaming culture and publication, their overall ideology, within the factor, and their voting. Because the games they pick are kind of like, oh, okay, those are the nominations. Because I know they had made, I think, exception for DLC to be nominated for Game of the Year. I don't know quite. I don't know quite how I feel about like a DLC being nominated for the Game of the Year. I mean, Elden Ring DLC was great, so I really don't have a huge problem with Elden Ring being nominated, but because that really felt like a whole game by itself. So, so yeah, I do think the term Game Award trademark is too broad overall, though. I mean, there's not really any other that I'm aware of in terms of copyright that's copyrighted the term game or copyright the term award. You know, because like the term Grammy is not really a generic term, though. Like the Grammy's not a generic term. Okay, uh, Grammy's not Grammy. Grammy's not like a generic term. Grammy, Grammy. That's not really a generic term, really. So, so that's like, I mean, I think he should trademark something, but I think his name should be more like a little more specific. Like the term Grammy or Oscar. Oscar is not. Oscar's very kind of not is more specific, even though that's somebody's name too, or could potentially be somebody's name. So I think that should be a little bit more general, or more specific. So once he gets like a different name, I mean, it could be like the Kiwi Game Awards, like that whole thing could be trademark. Like use your name, but the Jeff Awards. You can call the trophies the Jeffies. You can call them the Jeffies. So he initially did his copyright like back in I think January. So January where he started doing the copyright process. So it takes a while to copyright it. But they're gonna shoot down Game Awards. I almost promise you that. And it's like that's too broad, bro. Reminds me of that lady in like Rhode Island that tried to copyright the word I think and like the like she was trying to like copyright like this word everybody uses all the time in writing. He's like, you use the word and you need to pay me. Imagine paying somebody money every time you use the word and. It's like you need to pay me because you use the word and. But I do feel that's probably going to change hopefully. Like you'll get like an actual more specific name. I don't want to put it right out the door. But we call it the Jeff Award, the Jeffies. I kind of like the Jeffy Awards, to be honest. The Jeffs, the Kiwi Awards, the Kiwis. And I'm surprised Stellar Blade didn't get Game of the Year. That was a really good game. I played that. But we're gonna have to see. I'm gonna have some of those games I've played, and some of them I have not. I've definitely heard of them. That's not. I think. Oh no. I mean, I don't know if a big company could copyright that very quickly, really, because I mean, no big companies try because maybe they know it's just too broad. You know. I mean, I think the Game Awards have done good work. I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade at Jeff Keighley. I do think he's getting a little bit too like focused on mainstream and so just focused on the core audience of gaming, personally. But because like we're this big as an industry because we weren't mainstream. You know, we were like doing our own thing. So that's what made us like really big and people wanted to be a part of gaming. Like we didn't get this big because we were like trying to like conform to Hollywood. But you know, and I don't, I think ideologically, a lot of the publications that are involved in voting don't represent gamers like at all, really. So, and there is an ideological difference between what they nominate and what they want people to accept or people to at least acknowledge that is not really part of entertainment. But it is in my opinion. So, because I mean, a big part of entertainment for me is escapism. So, I'm not saying you can't have like, real world stuff happening in your game. I'm not saying you can't have, different things, but a lot of storytelling that was really good is more generalized, so it's not super hyper specific. Where people can relate to it in their own way. So, oh, there's a guy right there. Well, that had a throw grenade. But Victor, oh, we wrecked those guys. But I don't know. I just been like watching a lot of information about what's going on. So I do think that the copyright of a big company, I guess that could happen if they had a more specific name to it. But I don't think they would also. I don't think they would probably do it just based on the generalization of it. But I hope he gets a more specific trademark. I do think he should trademark something. Yeah, I'm not against him trademarking something. You know, I've not seen that emote before. Unless I feel like a zombie related one then. That's probably a zombie one. Zombie. So I'm gonna trademark the Game Awards. Just I don't know what I even did on that one. Am I still insane? Oh, hold up. I'm looking for players. Oh, I'm positive. A second. And I want. Yeah, I will list right here. That was something they talked about too. Was the speeches? I mean, I like Kojima, and I mean, this is a various. I'm doing this on a live stream, so this might get unearthed, and I might get canceled by Jeff Keighley. But I really, really, really like Kojima in terms of what he did with Metal Gear Solid. I do feel like his Death Stranding to me felt very. It's very creatively pretentious, in my opinion. I mean, it's not. I played some of Death Stranding. I think the idea of it makes sense, but I feel like it's very it's kind of like when a creative person gets a blank check to do something that isn't bad, but it just comes off kind of it comes off a little pretentious in a way. It's like I mean I know that's probably a controversial opinion, and I don't want to take anything away from Hideo Kojima, but I do think that game was a little pretentious, or at least the way he was able to talk about it. Like he's like some great visionary that came up with the concept that no one else had thought about. You know. So, so if you see me get canceled on Twitter, that's how it happened. It is a Fox cancel Fox. At least on the good, at least on the good side. At least I'm trending, right? But to your point, they were talking about how they wanted, you know, they should give them more time. I think it was Jeff. Was it Jeff Judge or Judge? I can't remember the man's name. He was the voice actor for Kratos for God of War. He got like an 8 minute speech. It's a few years ago, but it was really cool because it was so authentic. He's talking about his life experience and how he almost didn't get to play Kratos. I mean, I love that because it was like it was so authentic. It was so real, and it's like for a lot of people in that business. It's like you only get like sometimes only one chance to really do something big, and it's like he was able to get in like this barrel and voice a very iconic character and have a great career. So I mean, that is I love hearing stories about that because so that was like so cool. You know. So I mean, so I mean that's just kind of the thing about that. But I hope they have more moments like that where they let people have longer speeches because they did give him like way too much time. He was talking for so long. But this is Death Stranding. This is my whole thing. I mean, I would like to show him to finish Death Stranding. I mean, it's not a bad game. I just think that he, I feel like he is a little ideologically sensitive a little bit. So yeah, and I understand why everyone calls it a walking simulator, but it's all about connecting to you by delivering packages to people. It's like, I work at a shipping company. I work like I don't necessarily want to play a game where I'm delivering things. Yeah, Yeah. I mean, I do think you shouldn't let it go on too long, but I mean, that was probably a rare occasion where it was okay that it was long because it was very meaningful. But I think they only give them like a minute now. They should probably bump it up at least 3 to 4 minutes, if they want. I mean, and think about that. Not everyone takes 4 minutes to give a speech. Some people are like, I want to thank my family, the team. I want to thank my friends. I want to thank. So I mean, it's that's totally cool. Take a few minutes. Thank people, talk about the process. So, I mean, I think that's totally cool. But they definitely need more than a minute because I think people called them out on why Kojima takes so much time to talk about Death Stranding too. So, but I'm hoping that with this, like you said, I really agree. I really hope they go back to the roots with this show, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to. Could they need to have like more, I guess, gaming influencers that more represent the gaming community? You know, when it comes to like picking the game of the year. If there's like, I think the only one there's like Jeff Gerstmann who used to work for GameSpot and also was the co-founder of Giant Bomb. So he's one of the gaming people. He's been doing it for 25 plus years, but I liked some of Jeff Gershman's takes on stuff. I kind of preferred Alex Navarro a little more. He also used to work for GameSpot too, and I think another guy worked. I think it was that name. He's the co-founder of Super Giant Games. He also used to work for GameSpot. I cannot remember his name. I see his face in my head, but I can't remember his name. But I liked a lot of his opinions. I liked a lot of his takes on stuff. But like, I mean, and the weird thing is, why isn't there like any developers on that list of people that are rating games? Oh, let's do it on this Stranding. I only played like maybe around I played maybe 15. No, I'm sorry. I played like maybe an hour of Death Stranding too. I mean Death Stranding 1, I'm sorry. And I haven't had a chance to go back and finish it, but I probably will when I get some extra time. It's a very out there story. What a lot I don't know if you knew this or someone told me this a while back. One of the producers for Metal Gear Solid. He had the same, I think, one or two producers for like multiple games. And one of the things those two producers did was kind of rein in Kojima when he was getting too out there in the ether. Those producers don't work for him over at Kojima Productions, so they don't really rein in his more crazy ideas. 'Cause they were there for I believe like Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and also Metal Gear Solid 5. See, they were the ones who kind of kept Kojima kind of contained a little bit. Like when he got kind of unhinged, they were kind of there to keep his crazier narrative ideas somewhat somewhat understandable. So yeah, they probably I don't know how present they were with Metal Gear Solid 5. But PS5 kind of got out there and the sticks a little bit. Push some stuff, especially the illusion of the flying of the flaming whale. Which made very little sense to anyone until the end of the game. But I mean, I liked MGS5 as off the wall as MGS5 was. And, oh yes, took on more. So, but we're gonna have to see. Like I have not played Black Wolf Wulong, so and some of those games. I don't know. I've heard of all the games you mentioned that are on the list, but I don't think I've played like any of them. I don't think. You know, I did want to get Black Myth Wulong. I may actually get that. I could do a thing where like I'll buy whatever the game of the year is.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure.
That's something I could
Multiple
technically
enemy
do.
UAV contact. Hostiles captured the hardpoint. Move. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Yeah. And that's what I was told. Something like the producers kind of reined him in a lot. So I guess that's the only way we're able to understand MGS 2, 3, or 4, or 5 on some even a basic level. Yeah, I heard that from someone
Hardpoint
saying
is
that was one
secure.
of the reasons why those games. Well, but they were still out there in some other areas, but
Hostiles
they
captured
were
the hardpoint.
manageable because Death Stranding's
That
just like
was the wrong
just
team. Good job.
totally out there.
My bad.
Brutal. Let's get the hell out of here.
Jimmy Angel. Yeah, I've heard of that game. Oh, I love Last Tale with that.
Gotta start somewhere.
But I remember that game. I have no idea what I'm gonna vote for my game of the year. Oh, you're voting for that one? I see, I see, I see. I don't know what I'm gonna vote for. I mean, I really did like Shadow of the Erdtree, so I guess this seems kind of odd to vote for a DLC for Game of the Year. Yeah, I mean, just to be honest, but I have to see. I'm not like entirely sure yet. I'm kind of like on this. Oh, I see. Okay. So you want the indie game to prevail. I haven't played it. I don't know if I heard of that. I think the other ones I've heard of. Only played like probably one of them, honestly. But
We have our
I actually
orders.
wanted to
Moving
get
to ring.
Rebirth. Actually, I was looking at Rebirth on Amazon earlier today. I was like, it's like $70. Lord, games have gotten so pricey. I was like, I need to wait for a sale to pick that up. Oh no,
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
have the hot one, comrades.
Hardpoint locked down.
But I'm gonna check out those games. Some of them I haven't even played. Oh,
Now you're dead. See how that
I
works?
didn't see that guy until
Hostiles
like the
captured the
last
hardpoint.
possible second. Like,
Marksman.
damn. So, if it's really good, like, I mean, it might, I mean, it got nominated, so it's good.
Hardpoint identified.
So it may actually beat the big guys.
Falling
I
behind the
mean,
crystal. Hostile care package inbound.
if it beats, what is it?
Sniper threat
Hardpoint is active.
eliminated.
If it beats,
Hardpoint is secure.
what is it? All those games, it might have a chance. It might have a shot and beat the big
We win.
guys.
Keep it that way.
I'll have to check it out. What is it on like everything?
Daily authorizing UAV mission. Net call. Hostile intercepted.
It's highly addictive.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Like, okay.
Hardpoint
So
locked
it's kind of
down.
like Final Fantasy 14. Well, I have great self control of my addiction with 14. I don't play it every day.
Heads up.
Yes.
Hostile intercepted the making a second pass. Hardpoint located.
God, I played way too much 14. Like,
Hostile RCXD in your AO. Driving RCXD.
that's like hard point. Oh my God, I got blown out of there.
Hardpoint is secure.
It's
Hostiles
pretty much
captured the hardpoint.
everywhere. I think it could win. I mean, if it's like Oh wow, it's flagged up great there all of a sudden. We could teleport. I think it could be a toss between that and probably like Shadow of the Earth Training and
Great
Black
authorizing UAV
Black
mission.
Mask. Black Mask is really good too.
Hardpoint locked down.
Of course, I mean Elden Ring already won Game of the Year like in its year it came out.
Have the hardpoint.
So I'd be kind of weird like we're gonna win Game of the Year again for our DLC, you know?
Hardpoint identified.
So they've already kind of won
Hardpoint
already.
secure.
So I think probably was I probably like to see someone else website. Even though I really liked the DLC, and I'd
Hardpoint
probably
is active. Hardpoint locked down.
I don't know, I'm lucky nah, I didn't even shoot it you can either.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Oh no, I would like to see someone else win that hasn't already won already. I'd like to see somebody else win. So I might be rooting for the indie game too.
Give me eyes
I
on the
like
prize.
spawn back at the original location that I was earlier. What change did that make, guys?
Requesting recon overhead.
TACOM requesting recon overhead. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Oh no! I think well, knock somebody out.
Get down. We got a sniper.
Oh, I'm behind. It would because like okay, our game came out in 2000 like 2021. It won Game of the Year. And our DLC came out in 2024. And won Game of the Year again. So you can keep winning Game of the Year if your DLC is good. So it's like, what in the world, guys?
Hardpoint locked down.
I mean, if you think about it, then like Fortnite could win Game of the Year every year if it was like nothing else that could compete with it, and every season was great. Like Call of Duty wins Game of the Year in 2025 and 2026 and 2027 because the DLCs are fire, you know?
Hardpoint is secure.
All of those exploding things. So I don't know if I want to see that happen though, where like the same single release just has DLC that keeps winning Game of the Year.
Hardpoint identified.
Dead and gone.
So it just depends. I mean, I'm not salty. I don't become. Oh my god!
Hardpoint is active.
I think I'm just concerned about how this show that represents gaming culture is being presented to people. So,
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
so I apologize if I come off. I felt a little strong feeling about it. Because I just kind of wanted to. I just wanted to authentically like represent the culture, you know. So that's my only thing.
Have captured the hardpoint.
You know. I mean, my thoughts on the DLC culture, what's the culture of the categories. I mean, I'm okay with there being a category for DLC, like DLC that was like really good, like Elden Ring. Okay, cool. You know, I think it should win best DLC.
Hardpoint
I
located.
don't know if it should be on the list for Game of the
Hardpoint
Year,
secure.
and that's what I'm kind of struggling with that aspect. I'm okay with DLC. I mean, that's fine, you know, because some expansions are like whole games in a lot of cases. I don't think season passes should be on there personally
TACOM
because that's something that's not really. I mean, it's new content, but it's not like a paradigm shift kind of thing. It'd be like if you had, like if you play Tekken, and like Tekken has new characters and new stages and everything. It's like it was the game of the year. Come on, get DLC. You know, it's the best DLC. I'm okay with that. So best narrative experience. Oh yeah, we got another for best narrative. I mean, that's also kind of hard. Like I feel like the remakes are also in that list of games that can win Game of the Year. And I'm always hitting Game of the Year, but
Hardpoint is secure.
I don't like the well.
Identified.
I mean, Silent Hill is a very good game. I mean, Silent Hill 2 is a classic game. It's called hit. I heard the remake was very good. I have not played it yet. I may actually play it, but I do think that it's not bad for it to be nominated for like best horror game. I think narrative game is kind of it's a little bit of an odd reach. It is a remake. I mean, they are retelling a story that came out almost 20 years ago. So I feel like that the best narrative should be kind of reserved to like a new game that came out this year. You know, like a new IP or you know, versus a remake. Because I mean, I could remake Metal Gear Solid 2, and that could win best narrative game. That came out 20 plus years ago. Basically, the exact same story. You know, and I can agree with that. Like, if you just redid the entire story really well, like the remake is almost it's almost 1-to-1. Like, what was the other remake we played? Like, really, Dead Space remake was almost 1-to-1 with the original Dead Space game. There was some tweaks, a few little small narrative things, but it wasn't like they retold the whole story. It was very much like, I mean, it was very much like it followed the script of Dead Space 1 from 2008. So, for the most part, it followed a pretty similar script. But so I do think it's hard for a remake to kind of win best narrative game when it's not a new game per se. I mean, or well, I'm sorry, it's not a new story. After that. Yeah. So I believe, like, I agree with you. It's really to be a new story that wins that for a new year. You know, because it's not a new story. Like, if I remade Devil May Cry 3 and told the same as that story, even if I changed a few things, that's not a new story. That's the same story. With a new little, just with some small little tweaks to it. So. So I think that I do think they should change the rule on that a little bit. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's definitely would be nominated for best horror game because it's a really good game. I'm like, or you say best horror game, best remake of the year. You know, luckily for Silent Hill, Resident Evil 4 didn't come out the same year as it, so then it'd be like it wouldn't have won. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake was amazing. But I need to replay that again. I only played through it like one time. Like, it's been a while. Well, I was playing through it on professional. I just stopped because it was kind of stressing me out a little bit. Why would you die? So they need to really do that, in my opinion. And I agree with you on that. They need to like have a remake category. You kind of limit how remakes can kind of be. Oh, the Archangel? That's cool. Oh, I got one detail with that. It's fine. No one got like a helicopter, so I was kind of not the best use of that rocket. I think I have two rockets though. No. But they definitely need to restructure. I really like to see them do a different breakdown with the voting there. It needs to be more because when I was here, but it was like excuse me, it was like it's like 90-10. Like, that's really skewed. If half the publications aren't even gaming publications or gaming influencers or just gaming community, that's kind of a little annoying. You know. So I'm just like, what is that? There should be 5 gamers, 4 gamers, man. I know people kind of cringe when we say gamers. But I mean, that's just the terminology that we're using. I'm gonna get out of the smoke in the smoke. And I actually shot him double shot in the smoke. But I'm gonna check out some of the Game of the Year nominations. I might pick up some of the games. Is that game you mentioned before? Is that on is that I'm sure that runs on the Steam Deck. Because I play a lot of games on my Steam Deck. I hope that's Steam Deck compatible if I decide to pick it up. They came out with like I think today or I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday. It was just today.
Hardpoint is secure.
They came out with an all-white Steam Deck for like near $700. I was like, I just bought a Steam Deck, but I'm like, that's a really nice looking Steam Deck. It's like all white, white buttons, and gray buttons and everything. I'm like, I was telling myself, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't. I don't need that. I just bought a Steam Deck like 2 months ago, but it's a limited edition, man. And it's all white. And it's got the OLED screen. Like I don't need that. You guys need to commit me not to buy that. Oh man, I can't like kill anybody with my pistol at all. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. I'm sure it runs. Hopefully it runs on Steam Deck pretty good because I'm like I play a lot of I play when I go to bed I jump on my Steam Deck and play for a little bit before I go to bed most of the time. Try to anyway. Playing Final Fantasy VII Remake right now on it. Ooh, it's a ooh. I gotta check out some of these nominations though, because some of them I have not played. I haven't bought Black Myth Mulan yet. But I wanted to get it, I just didn't get it. And I have started playing on PS5. I know the Nier Automata DLC dropping tomorrow, so I'm gonna be all about that pretty soon. Winning 25 multiplayer matches, heck yeah! Rage Crash. Da 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 da. Oh, I got smoked right there. Damn. Oh, the gun just like flies off and you listen to it. Man. That'd be pretty bad for a night shift job. You gotta show up and like, or super early. That's not more rounds anyway. That's pretty addictive. That's pretty darn addictive, man. Because I'll play what is it? I'll play like Tekken 8 and like Final Fantasy 7 remake on my deck before I go to bed. Yeah, kind of yeah before I go to bed, just to kind of like I took that on my trip too. I played it a little bit when I was traveling a little bit. I haven't like done anything really like crazy with my Steam Deck yet. I wanted to do like some. I haven't done like any cool like, emulation stuff on it. Yeah, I might like play around with some of that later on. I'm not sure yet. I own a lot of games I'd like to be able to play on the deck. I have to like get them to work on the deck. But I'll definitely check that game out today and see. I might pick it up. That sounds like mighty addictive. I guess I'll have to play it before you play your other games. Make it part of like the rotation of before bed games. But yeah, I definitely need to check out some of the. I'll have to check what I needed on that.
Let 'em have it, Black Ops.
Nice sleeve, not like that.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Oh, it's not over anymore. Oh no! Fire steps everywhere.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Yeah, I think the Game Awards are like December 9th. They're like, so we're gonna be like seeing who
Hard point
wins.
is secure. Bingo. That's a hostile.
I think we're getting shot at, boys.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point identified. Hard point is active.
Hard point is active.
Enemy RCXD detected. We got the lead. Now hold it.
Oh crap. Whoa! Oh no! What else are you playing nowadays?
Kilo operations.
Besides that.
Commence counter UAV operations. Attack up. Get a UAV in the air.
I think after we play, I need to probably go back and finish the campaign on this. What's today? Today's Tuesday. I think what we might do. Oh gosh.
Hardpoint is secure.
I'm not sure anymore. That's a good question. I might actually. I mean,
Hardpoint located.
I gotta look at the time though, because I don't know if it's on Friday night, because I work night shift. So if it's on a Friday night, then I will probably stream it. What's the do you have to know offhand what the date is for that?
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Is that on the 9th? I think the thing last week was on Thursday, I think.
Secure.
Hopefully it's on like the week, it's like a Friday.
Hostiles captured
Oh, this is
the
a thing left in America.
Aguinaldo calling in UAV.
hardpoint locked down.
How many other great additions? But it's I'll have to see. Oh god. I have to look at what the date is for that. If it's on a Friday, then we probably will. Yeah, we'll just sit down, we'll watch it.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
We'll laugh, we'll cry, we'll watch commercials about things that aren't gaming related and they'll pop right at the screen. Oh, it means. You're looking at every firefight. Oh no!
Hardpoint is secure.
It's not a 12. Okay. I don't know if that's a. Because I have to see, because I have a peak schedule, which I work at. Because of peak season, we work on Saturdays, so.
UAV in the air.
So I don't know if well, that's a good, I don't know if I could stream it if it was on a Friday.
Hardpoint located.
What's,
Hardpoint locked down. Hostile RCXD in your AO.
I think I work on Saturday like almost every day next month, every Saturday next month I'm working.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
So if I did stream it, it wouldn't be like it would be the whole event. Well, now think about it. Oh, it's on a Thursday. Oh wow. Okay, well we'll probably just do reactions to it after the fact, and probably.
Sharpshooter removed.
I want to say one year I did actually stream it, I think. I don't know why they did it on a Thursday. That's a weird time to do that.
Hardpoint identified. Engaging shooter.
Because I have to think, the only way I could probably do that would be if.
Tack on. Launch
Well, I mean, it's not impossible that I could do it. I have to think about it, because
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
I go in like middle of the night, so I have to like. If I came home and I just went to sleep immediately, I woke up like at 7 and streamed it, we might be able to do it, but I just have to get like at least get 6 hours of sleep before doing that. I'll just we just go home, go to sleep, wake up, stream it, and then I just go to work right after that. Well, let me think about that. I'll think about that. That's not that like tough to do, so. I just hope there's like some really big announcements and like big, if we ended up doing it that way.
Hardpoint located.
But I'll look at my calendar and see if I can do that.
Nice. We're
Well, this is probably like the last year I'll have this weird of a schedule for work, so
Come on, you're losing this fight.
next year I'll probably be working somewhere else. Or have a different work schedule.
Hardpoint is secure.
Hardcore. I don't have what all that one is. Double 34 water. Marshall, Sandman. I do have a weapon back there. Oh!
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Oh, cool. I got double kill the frag.
Hardpoint identified. Moving without vision.
I just like shoot random bullets in there. But yeah, I'll think about that. See if I can do that. It would be fun. I hope there's some really cool announcements though, like Bloodborne remake or I was also hearing news that apparently Sony's gonna buy the company that owns From Software. I think Kalawawa Group. They own FromSoft. And Sony's in talks to buy them, apparently. So they're in conversation. Now nothing might come of this, but it would mean that Sony would own From Software if they buy it.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Which I mean, depending on how you feel about Sony, could be a good or bad thing. So hopefully,
Hardpoint located.
if it does happen, they just let From Software do their own thing. Like Kalawawa Group kind of has done that with them, where they just give them money and they go make games, and they don't tell them how to make games. So that's been the winning combination for them. Just like just let them make their stuff and leave them alone. Give them money and you can go away. I don't know if Sony's gonna be that hands off with them. So if they're smart, they'll just give them money and leave them software alone. Let them make games. Choke song. I think we might. I would love to see at least a trailer confirming the game even exists anymore. That would make me happy right there. And that's something that is possible, and we could get a trailer. I don't think we'll get the game, but I think we might get a trailer. Everybody wants to see a trailer. And like Team Cherry's been like radio silent for what, 3.5 years now and more about that game. So
Hardpoint is secure.
oh no.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
So I think it's more likely you will get a trailer, maybe during the Game Awards, about Silk Song. We may also get like a trailer maybe about like maybe FromSoft's next game might get announced at the Game Awards. That'd be cool. That would be cool too.
Hostile RCXD in your AO.
So I want to hear about Death Stranding 3 probably. They have a whole 10-minute speech about how Death Stranding 3 is like a philosophical masterpiece by Hideo Kojima. So that might be a thing too.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Oh no, they got me again.
Hardpoint locked
But I will do. If we get a trailer for Silk Song this year, I will stream Hollow Knight. I will just do the shit on for Hollow Knight. And I'll also do another Hollow Knight illustration too. If we get a trailer for Silk Song, I'll do another illustration. I will do an illustration. That's sense.
Well, you want to ask me when your next big fight will come in.
Okay.
enemy RCXD detected.
Huh?
Do you know what your next big fight will come in?
Oh yes, I think next week. I'll double check.
Already.
Okay.
Hardpoint locked down.
I think I already have something for it here. I think that I have to check. Alright.
Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
I think that that's very likely that we will get a we will get a we will get a fun software announcement.
Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
I can't shoot these bushes are bulletproof.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Your bulletproof bushes, guys. What the heck? Oh no. And you're right. They're not sorry about announcing something super early.
Hardpoint is secure.
So we'll probably get some announcement of the next game. I know some people were saying Elden Ring 2. No, it'll probably be Elden Ring 2.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
You know, if you, I mean, I'll say this. Should I show confidence? If we get an announcement about a Elden Ring 2, I will. Oh,
They're the CIA. Think they were just gonna let you walk off
I will digitally paint Nicola the Kine in a three-piece suit. If we actually get an announcement for like Elden Ring 2. I could see Sekiro 2, or I could see like a Bloodborne remake, or remaster announcement. That would make a lot of sense now to see that. Or like a remake of like Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3. There was a weird rumor that like Dark Souls 3 was gonna get remastered or remade apparently, so but we don't know yet. So it's there's a lot of like rumors that are like unfounded that are flying around because of the Game Awards, so we'll kind of have to see. We'll have to see quite how that shakes out though. I do think Sekiro 2 has a high chance of happening. I do think that a Bloodborne some announcement will happen. I did not like stand upright at all. And I got my Final Fantasy VII remake art book today. It just came in the mail. What if Dark Souls 3 gets remade before 2 all over? Oh man. I don't know. I think if that gets remade before like Bloodborne, that'd be kind of crazy to a degree, too. Yeah. I mean, I'd be good to see a remake of Bloodborne, of Dark Souls 2. Really, I think Dark Souls 1 would be a good candidate for a remake, but I think it's old enough. I think it's old. I think it's just about old enough for a remake. You know, I don't know if you. I don't know if you'd Elden Ring.
Go time.
You'd Elden Ring. Oh gosh, you'd Elden Ring the design of the game a little bit.
We've taken control.
You could technically Elden Ring it, I guess. If FromSoft were doing it, they'd probably Elden Ring it a little bit in terms of how progression, not progression, but some of the open world stuff works.
Falling behind.
So that'd be a possibility actually. Yeah, I do agree 2 probably needs it more than 3. So
I got that sniper. Let's go.
the 2 needs it a lot more than 3 though. But two could work, or 2 might be it too. I mean 2 might get a remake. Yeah. It could happen, guys. It could happen. So it could happen. It could happen. I think we'll have an announcement of some remake, hopefully. Oh, fuck. Oh, he's mad right there. I'm not camping. I'm strategically hiding. Oh yeah, the remaster that they did. Well, they didn't really change a whole lot about the game per se. So I think with games are that old, they should just be remade versus remastered. But
Taking Bravo underway.
I mean, I think the only way now is just to remake both Dead Space, remake both excuse me, remake both games. Of course, I wonder if we're gonna see like a remake of Dead Space 2, like we do with Dead Space 1.
We're losing Charlie.
That's a possible announcement also. Hopefully we get some big like shocker like reveal stuff, like big, we left field announcements like that Cyberpunk gets the first trailer or that'd be also pretty dope. I don't think I played the remake for Dark Souls 1. Um, I think I did, I don't know. I'll have to see if I did or not on my history. That's what somebody said about if they remade Dark Souls 3 and it boosted up PvP again. And temporarily revitalized PvP. Oh, I guess that. So I'd be happy for like that and like some other remake announcements. I mean, a new game, maybe a new Bioshock would be cool. I forgot how late it's getting. Holy cow. Oh, huh. Just like dived over the table and shot me.
Puñeta! Knock that shit off!
What do? Ah. Like, what else would you like to see as a big, like, left field announcement? Like, the impossible announcement. Like, you always talk about, like, Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2 remake, Dark Souls 1 remake. Oh, darn. Yeah, I played a little bit of Dark Souls 3 on on PS5, and it still feels pretty good. I mean, it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like that like antiquated, you know. Like it's funny when you play Elden Ring, you go back and play uh, Dark Souls 3, it's like okay, cool. And then you go back and play like Dark Souls 1, you're like, wow, you've come a long way. I mean, well, I think because it's more like the feeling of the game, But I mean, they're not behind me. Oh, they set the guy behind me. The backyard area in here. Even Bravo. Okay, I don't know what. Straight out the door.
Securing zone A.
Make a platform very good. Naughty Dog makes Trash Bandicoot again.
Securing B.
Oh my god. Oh, that's probably doing that. Like Crash Bandicoot comes back. That was an Activision and like Naughty Dog published game back in the day.
DXD in your AO. Taking B.
Jack 5 or Jack 4 comes on. Oh man, that would be an impossible amount though. Yeah. Not completely out of the realm of possibility. Oh, wow, it's two backwards and forward at the same time. Yeah, they are kind of like the Last of Us developer now. We just make 3 games now. That, you reminded me. I haven't even gotten. I haven't played the Last of Us Part Two. I played one. I really I like the first game. I just haven't played the second game. I have it. I bought it on sale. It's like still in the plastic. It's the PS4 version of the game, not the PS5 version of the game, or the remake, I guess. Or the not the remake, but the I'm sorry, the PS5 version of the game. I haven't gotten around to play that yet. I probably will, maybe. This not next month. We'll see. I know. I get blown up by the grenades. Oh no! Ah, it didn't work out too well for me. Yeah, I would like to see Bungie making something that isn't Destiny. That'd be great. I know they're working on some other games, but I don't think they're going to pan out. Like the whole live service thing kind of failed, the Concord. So not even though it wasn't Bungie, it was just I don't know. I think live service games don't make a lot of sense for a lot of people. Some of them are really good. Like, of course, you have like Warframe might be considered like a free to play live service game. Well, I think Warframe works because Warframe's really good. So so
You gonna let a bunch of company assholes beat you? Fight back, damn it!
I have all these locations. They're gonna win. Holy cow, we're gonna win. We're gonna win the game. It's a trading card game. It's a trading card game for Destiny. I'm like, why, guys? Why?
I don't believe
It's
you
it,
guys
it
are that
it'd be a trading card game or a mobile game. It's Destiny for mobile. The trading card edition. For bam! Shot in the face. Oh, I just wrecked that dude. For bam! Right. I can see that being a big thing though. Like it's a trading card game or a mobile game. Oh man. Put this pop my desk here. In the lobby, I don't know. I think overall it like just depends. I mean, I think my impossible announcement would probably be, you know, either like big acquisition news or it would be like I guess probably like maybe the first trailer for like Halo, a new Halo game, or because I know they reestablished the studio recently, so you probably want to see like a new, like a real new trailer for Halo. I think probably seeing a trailer for the new Gears, new Gears, new Halo. I think probably Perfect Dark would be something I'm looking forward to checking out. Now, a too early announcement right now would probably be from Square Enix and got two regards of a near automata, a new near game. A new near game would be a big announcement for me. That's kind of a somewhat impossible announcement, but and then also like the first teaser for the next expansion for Final Fantasy 14. It's too early for that just because Dawn Trail launched this past summer, but that'd be super sick, you know. So it would be cool for me to just like mention like what's coming up in the horizon. But right now we have the patch notes for Final Fantasy 14. So I think Crossroads is like the next the story expansion beyond Dawn Trail as they work into the next story expansion. So I haven't even I haven't finished the main story of Dawn Trail yet. We're like I'm more than halfway through it. So I think on Friday I'm gonna try to sit down and like probably finish Call of Duty's campaign, and then by Saturday we'll probably work on trying to finishing up Final Fantasy 14. At least I'm sorry, Dawn Trail. That might be kind of like what I might end up doing. I think the name would be a highlight of the show too. I think that'd be a big deal, you know. So that's it's like a full fledged near game like Near Automata was. So it'd be a pretty that'd be like that'd make my whole show right there. That'd be like my game of show, Near Automata. So that'd be super sick. But it is kind of a long shot. Another long shot. You know, we're playing Fear. Like Fear would also be like a Fear remake would be a huge like left field thing. If only like people over 30 would even know what that was. You know, so it'd be like people that are a little bit older would know. Like it's like Fear's back. They remade that. That's like that would be more of like an impossible announcement. Monolith comes back from the ashes of like WB. I'm just like they are back and they are making fear. So yeah, fear coming back would be pretty. Fear remake would be pretty cool. That's another big impossible. That will be my vote for impossible or an impossible remake or a possible announcement. But you know, I think Halo or Near are probably more likely, even though they're like a long stretch announcement. So, at least in my opinion. So I'd be like, "Whoa, Fear's back, guys!" And that would probably be like my like game of show, you know. So that'd be like my big game of show right there. It'd be a Fear. But I do deserve Fear does definitely needs to have it needs to have a remake. It deserves a remake. It's waited so long, so many years, so many decades. We gotta petition, you know, WB Studios to like free Fear. You got to free Fear, guys. And that's the whole just like Fear. People will come back. That sounds weird to say. Bring back Fear. Mm, be afraid of things again. Ooh. So so we'll have to see. That'd be a long stretch right there. So that would be a long stretch. So I would be that'd be like a very long stretching one right there. I agree. A lot of them do need to have like remakes, like Banjo. I mean, I'd like to see a new Banjo Kazooie. I'd like to see a new like that series come back. Spyro needs to come back. You know, Crash Bandicoot needs to come back. Jack and Daxter needs to come back. So there's a lot of like modern 3D platformers that need to come back and get remakes. So it's like it's a very long list of games that need to have modern remakes. I mean, they look better, you know, the new physics that we have now, the new technology we have now. They'd be like so good, you know. But like they just don't remap. They don't really. I guess they don't think they're gonna do well. There seems to be like no real attention or care into like making those games anymore. So I'm a little bit like disappointed by that they're not gonna come and do that. And it would be so cool to see those games come back. I have so many friends that would love to see Spyro come back or love to see Banjo come back. So it's just, I don't know. It's just unfortunate. I mean, I think it could happen eventually, but you know, it's just a big maybe. I know Ratchet and Clank got a new game when the PS5 came out. So that kind of got some love, so it got to come back. So people were really excited about that. So I mean, I think that it will I think over time we probably get some more. I feel like that was more like one of those releases where it kind of tested the water on like if people are even interested in platforms. The game did well. I mean, no, I never really was like I never really played Ratchet and Clank myself a lot, but because I actually probably might end up buying it just for like nostalgia's sake. But you know, that would be that'd be for me that'd be more like a nostalgia. Well, I wasn't nostalgia, but I wasn't like a big Ratchet and Clank person. Nothing against Ratchet and Clank, I've never played it, but I probably would like it if I played it. I was trying to get into Final Fantasy, new Final Fantasy, but like Ape Escape, I heard people talk about that. That would kind of be a long shot too, and if possible Ape Escape comes back. That'd be a long shot. Oh my gosh, that'd be super cool though. But that would be a little bit of a long shot for that to get a remake and come out. Because where is Black Widow for PS5 like $54? The Last of Us Part One remastered is $45. Stray, the game about being a cat, which we've all wanted to be a cat, I don't know about you, I've always wanted to be a cat. So, but we'll have to see. I mean, I look on here. There's something like really cool platformers that like could totally use some love. That or this game that could use some more love. So I don't know. You know, I really, really, really want to see. I really, really, really want to see them like bring back some of these old series. You know, I think they could do well. I think people want to see them come back. You know, I mean, not everything has to be a live service game. Bring back classic platformers. Ratchet, I've heard of Ratchet. How is it Ratchet and Clank now, anyways? It is $45. It's not bad. It's better than $70 for Reverb. Holy cow, it's expensive. I mean, you're gonna play it for 100 hours, man. Yeah, it's like Rift Apart. And I might pick up Rift Apart actually. I'd like to play the new Ratchet and Clank or the newer Ratchet and Clank. So that could be a good playthrough right there. That would be a cool little playthrough. I'll put that in the cart right now, but I still need to play through Resident Evil 7 Village actually too. That's something we need to play through also. But all right, probably get ready. I gotta clean up everything, get ready for it's not terribly late, but I think I'll get settled in. I gotta pay. I'm gonna painting I'm gonna work on before I play my Steam Deck and go to bed tonight. Working on a few little things. But yeah. But yeah, on the Game Awards, we'll probably see because you said that's a Thursday, so that is in the calendar real quick. Like Thursday, I think the time for that will probably be 9 o'clock, I guess. Something about initial right here. So that would be Game Awards 2024. Fine. Date and time. You got mobile game. Let's see. That's gonna be well, not terribly late actually. I think Pacific time. Excuse me. Pacific time is. I'm brain trying to figure that out. Pacific time it's like 2 o'clock. So yeah, 4 o'clock, 4:30 Pacific time is 6:30 is Central time. So That'd be about 6:30 when it starts. So we still see. I guess like holy cow. Because the show usually is about 4 hours long. Other streams the show happened before this main showcase. Holy cow. So that's I guess that'd be a 4 hour show. So that'd be from I guess it'd be 6:30 to like 11:30 roughly. So huh. Well, let me think about that. 'Cause we might try to stream it. I don't. It depends. You know, if I get home from work and a decent click, I'll probably just go to bed and wake up and then just stream. Kind of versus going to bed. Yeah, versus going to bed at like 8 o'clock, wake up for work. Wake up for work several hours later. It'd be more like you're gonna go to bed at midnight. Or no, not gonna go to bed at. You go to bed at noon, wake up at like 5:30, and then you're sleeping already. So we'll see. I don't know. I got a couple weeks to figure out how that's gonna work out. But I'm not gonna promise. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. It would be cool. Three and a half hours just because you were talking about Death Stranding too. That'd be so bad. Oh my gosh. I almost need to get like a little clock though. It's just see what's gonna happen. Oh my God. Oh, that's just insanity. That'd be so bad, honestly. 30 minutes for everybody else and 3.5 hours for him talking about Death Stranding too. Yeah. And then we can't forget about commercials, guys, All those great Taco Bell commercials and everything else. So we'll see. I don't know. You know, I mean, I kind of want to stream it because it'd be fun, but I just got to figure out my sleep schedule for work on top of that. We'll see. But yeah, that is a kind of that's a weird. I wish it was a little bit earlier, like 5:30. But yeah, it's not a big deal. We'll see. But I'll sleep on that among other things that's going on with me now. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's so crazy. Go ahead and Rather than Clank in the car, I might get that. I haven't hooked up my PS5 to my streaming stuff yet. I might do that for. I might do that. I'm gonna probably play Final Fantasy Seven. That's seven. Final Fantasy. Well, seven remake. Um, I'm gonna Rebirth, and then maybe Final Fantasy yeah, Rebirth, and then what's the other one? I was gonna do Final Fantasy 16 too. So those two right there. We'll probably we might stream those. It just depends. So we got so much streaming and gaming stuff going on, but I got so much work and other stuff, so it's everything's kind of like competing for time. But yeah, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and head out for the night. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh, it is. I didn't know that. Astro Boy is a Game of the Year nomination, but Astrobot came out like when the PS5 came out. How would that be a Game of the Year nomination? That's crazy. You know, I haven't even tried Astrobot actually. I probably need to though. I probably need to check that out then. I mean, I don't think I've ever played it honestly. I'm probably going to play it when I get a chance because I know they got the Nier Automata DLC that's coming for Stellar Blade, so I'm gonna probably play that tomorrow a little bit. And I think that's gonna be cool. Like I said earlier, I got to get my PS5 hooked up on my hooked up for streaming. It's not hooked up for it right now, so I need to. I had a setup for console streaming, but I hadn't through OBS and everything. But I need to sit down and like get it like re-engineered and reworking so I can like really do it. So like I used to do it. So I might work on some additive stuff too, like putting the chat like on the actual video of the stream and doing some. I want to do a couple like design things on here. I've been kind of I got some of the basic stuff I want to go on. I need to get like a few other little tweaks to it, get things rocking and rolling. But yeah, I haven't tried Astrobot. I need to. That's wild. They got Game of the Year nominated. I don't know. These nominations are just so like out there in the ether. I'm sorry. They're so weird to me. I didn't think they're gonna be like as crazy. They have they had yeah, they have best. I'm looking at the list. They had best content creator too. I don't see that. They have that's so weird. Okay, I see a couple people I've never heard of. I've never heard Techno Gamer, typical gamer. Well, I'm not seeing like Asmongold. I'm not seeing Max Doodle on here. I'm not seeing. We're not seeing Fox. Fox is not on this list. Well, where am I on this list? but let's see. I don't know what else was on here. What were the other ones on here? Best adaptation. Best performance. Oh, that's a performance art direction. Yeah, best art direction. Astrobot. Astrobot is the best art direction too. Best game direction. It's nominated for like three things. So best game of the year, best art direction, and uh that is so wild to me. Huh. So best art direction, best game direction, and then game of the year. That's so crazy. They got three nominations. It's been out for a couple of years. Best game direction, Elder Scrolls the Earth Tree. I'll have to get a couple of videos. Let me go on my Steam Deck. Down. Oh, this is verify on Steam Deck. The game you're talking about. Pokeroo. Let's check that out. Other VTubers? Yeah, I don't know who they are either. So, I mean, well, I mean, there's some really, well, I mean, I'm not familiar with like a lot of the content creators on it, except for like the really, the bigger guys. They're the guys a lot of people know. A lot of people know Asmongold, a lot of people know MacDoodle, a lot of people know, Shroud from Twitch, a lot of people know. So, I mean, there's a couple of them that like a lot of people just know because they've been around for such a long time. But, a lot of people know most critical. So I mean, those are like some of the probably the bigger guys, or I guess it's the guys who've been around a very long time. You know, they do have a very fanatical audience. They're like very hardcore. Like they're very like VTuber fans are like, "Whoosh," you know, it is true. They are all about that. They are all about that life. So I didn't know. Because there's a couple of VTubers. I don't really watch a lot of VTubers. I watch some clips periodically, but I wouldn't call myself like a hardcore VTuber person. Nothing against it. I really haven't really personally gotten super into it. That's crazy. Best multiplayer game, Tekken 8. Most anticipated game, Death Stranding 2 on the Beats. Ghost of Yamas. Metroid Prime. I think the only no. I'm looking forward to Metroid Prime 4. I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter Wilds. GTA 6 might be fun. I'm not a huge GTA 6 guy, but it looks cool. What I saw. So, Elden Ring, Fantasy. Yeah, I haven't heard. I think I heard a lot of those guys. Best action. Oh, Stellar Blade's another best action game. That's good. Best family game, mobile game. Best esports team. I've heard Team Liquid before, I think, or T1. Huh. Both esports athlete. I heard any of these guys except for Faker. So yeah, I think Metroid 4 and like I'm sorry, Metroid 4 and Monster Hunter Wild are like my two most anticipated. Like I'm really hyped to play those. Everything else is cool, but I'm just not as hyped to play it. So those like my two, like let's go. We only got a couple, yeah, like what 2 months till Monster Hunter comes. I don't know when Metroid Prime's coming out. Sometime next year, I think. That is crazy, man. Bum, bum, ba-dum, da-da-da, dum, ba-dum. Was that that one game that had like what was that one game? I don't know what that was. Metamorphos. And then it had like the anime with it, I think, or it was more of the anime role playing game. RPG Metamorpho Fanatical. It's a mobile game, I think. I believe it was, yeah. Or was it you bought it? Oh no, you bought it. I might have been a mobile game. I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. Yeah, I may be thinking about some other game. Yeah. I heard that was good, but I didn't really know much about it really. I thought that was a free to play game, but it was not. I might be thinking about something else. Yeah, it got good reviews on Steam, so it's playable on the deck, which is good. Normally playable means it runs pretty good. Yeah, playable's fine on the deck. It runs on the deck, so it's like $70, which is fantastic. But Elephant King animated Persona. I always wanted to get, I won't, blah, 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 blah. I always wanted to get into Persona. I just never had like time to get into Persona. It's on Steam though, so it's like I think most of Persona will run. There's a demo for that too. Yeah, they have Persona 3 on here too. But I think it's Steam Deck compatible. Oh yeah, it's Steam Deck verified actually. Yeah, they got a whole bunch of like the Persona games on Steam that run on the Steam Deck, so that might be something to get into. Ah, gosh, there is so many games to play. There's like just so little time. Like I have to go to work. I have to like if I could, however, when I was first doing thinking about it, like if I could just play games all the time, I could actually catch up. I know that's not like a feasible thing, but it'd be super cool if I could do that. She horrible. That was a PSP version of Persona 3 actually. Soul Hacker 2, Kingdom Golden, Catherine Classic. I don't know, that was a fighting game for that. Yeah, a lot of the Persona stuff is Steam Deck verified, which is super dope. So that might be like I might pick up some when they're on sale. I might pick up a whole bunch of Persona games and put in my deck, and then I just have to find free time to play them. That is insane. Wow. Oh well. Well, there's ongoing games. Helldivers too, and I have not played in like months. But yeah, time is it? Yeah, I think it's time for me probably to head out for that. Oh, I found out that was Dino. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and head out for that. Well, it has been super fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today on this awesome Tuesday. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Well, I'll be on Thursday and Friday, but yeah, have a great rest of your evening and a great Wednesday. I'll be back on Thursday, and we can definitely yell at the game of the year list and see what drama comes out of that. So I'm gonna try to get some highlight videos done this week too for like next week. So it's be pretty rad. But yeah. But I will catch you guys in the next one. I appreciate it, my friend. I appreciate it. I'm glad. I feel good to be back. You know, we're doing okay. We're holding strong. You know, I'm glad to be back in the chair and talking about video game stuff and the culture and you know, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. But yeah, but I will see you. You have a great rest of your night, my friend, and I will see you later. Good night, everybody.